Who remembers Foes? Every once in a while we get the opportunity to do some really cool, what we call retro mods, where customers take older frames and put modern parts on them. So this time around, we get to do a really cool bike, Foes Mono. So early 2000 downhill, state-of-the-art bike. This customer searched high and low, found this in some barn in Italy. And he said, this is my dream bike, I wanna build it. So he brought it to us and we said, we got you. I'm gonna start from the front and we can go to the back. What he decided to do, he did keep with the Hadley hubs that are kind of standard on the Foes bikes. He decided to go with the Fox 40. He did a 27.5 because they don't do 26-inch forks any longer. He did some really cool brakes on this thing. They're the Tech V4s. They stop like a Porsche race car. Pretty cool. He did something really cool that most people don't do, and these are the Goodrich lines, which are really strong. There's no flex to them, so when you grab those brakes, you're getting a strong bite to them. These Tech levers are crazy, that you can adjust them every which way. You got short hands, long hands, it works. They can make it stop on a dime. This frame would not be complete unless you ran a Chris King headset. When I was building these things, which by the way, I've probably built about 100 of these Foes frames, if you put anything other than a Chris King headset, you might as well just walk out the front door because that's signature. He also did the new 35mm clamp on his bars. Don't mind this stack tall craziness on the steer tube. We're still fitting it to the customer, but we wanted to showcase the bike. Coming back on the frame, Foes always did some beautiful stuff with their frames. What they did, which is unique to them, is monocoque design. So this piece here on the frame is basically two halves of aluminum pressed and created and hydroformed. And then what they do is weld it down the center together and build this beautiful monocoque system. The rear end of the bike, this is a 200mm travel bike, again, downhill bike. This thing's basically a couch cushion. But something I really want to point out, actually two things I'm going to point out here that work in conjunction together. First off, Foes did their own proprietary shock for this bike, and this is called the Kernut suspension. Has two springs here, and they did have a version of it if you were saving money at the time, which was just a steel spring. But in this case, on this bike, we're using titanium springs. This thing is crazy. First off, it's state-of-the-art for the time when it was made, more stable platform suspension, and at the same time, very active and smooth. The second thing that I want to point out here is this floating disc brake. The floating disc brake allows the suspension to be completely active under braking. Now, a lot of bikes out there at the time were not using stuff like this. There was a couple companies that were dabbling with it, but not a ton of them. But that in and of itself made for a great setup for downhill and to be more successful in downhill riding. Bro, what are you doing? Get the heck out of here. You can't have this one. Sorry. Coming back to it, we got the modern drivetrain. He's utilizing the Saint drivetrain on this from Shimano, derailleur, shifter, and he's using road cassette, which most downhill bikes are running. Still running the 26-inch wheels. Can't really do anything about that. So he's gonna feel a little bit more harsh bumps, but at the same time, we got 200mm of travel to work with. So who cares? We built this bike all hand up, piece by piece. Great all around unit. I raced one personally myself, probably back in 2002. Loved how it rode, very successful racing on it, and just loved Foes' brand. They had a ton of bikes out, from trail bikes, cross country, all the way up again into the downhill models, and they did it for years. And they're still in business doing it. They're doing beautiful aluminum built bikes. They never got into the carbon thing, at least I don't know about it, but at the same time, they're still out there making handmade bikes in Pasadena. Give it up to Brent Foes, still doing it. If you like this video, thanks for watching. We have tons more videos to come. Click the like, the follow. We really want the follow. It's there, or somewhere, I don't know. But press the button, would you? Thanks, we'll talk to you soon.